I've been thinking about making a video about this rig that I've been working on for quite a while now, and just convinced myself to do it, and so I thought I'd show you guys real quick. So this is an Axial SCX24 that I have custom fit this Gravedigger body to. Now I got this from a little Walmart monster truck and pulled it off. I had to do quite a bit of trimming. That plastic right there, that green cage, came up quite a bit taller, and there was fake shocks there. You can see one of them still, but I had to trim all those out of the way for the real shocks. And then I put a little magnet there that's threaded into that roll cage, and super glued another magnet on there. So for right now, it's just the front that magnet's on, but I mean, it's worked out fine. I've done some minimal testing, mostly because my brushless system is not fully running yet. Well, that's a lie. It's running. It's just not running as smooth as I would like. I need to get that Furatech Bluetooth module that plugs in right there on the ESC, so that I can fine-tune some things, because right now, as I'll show you maybe a little bit later, it's weird. It doesn't have full throttle. Like when I give it some, and it doesn't accelerate as hardly as it should. I've seen some other videos and stuff, and these things, I mean, obviously they have the low-end slow crawl and torque, but usually they've got a little bit of a punch to them. And I mean, yes, I am running it on 2S, but I feel like it should still be faster than what it is right now. So I need to get that Bluetooth module so I can tune everything up and get it all how I would like. None of this obviously is mounted yet. It's just kind of plopped in there just for testing purposes. But I mean, yeah, I'm running the RC four-wheel drive Mudslinger tires. These things have been awesome. They're massive. I am running the stock foams that they came with, and I'm running these on the stamped steel beadlock wheels. I believe RC four-wheel drive makes these as well, but I'm not entirely sure. So that's the tire setup. I do also have the 4mm extended axles. It makes it a little bit wider, so it comes with new axles that slot into the axle housing and that little spacer right there. Those have been really good. I have noticed that it does seem like the back tires angle in just a teeny bit, which I'm not entirely sure why that's like that. I think it's a little bit weird. I don't understand it, but you can barely tell, so not a real big deal. I also did just put these Hot Racing aluminum shocks on there. These are the oil-filled ones. They don't come with oil, obviously, but I am not running a whole ton of oil in there. The thinnest oil that I had was this Traxxas stuff that it doesn't even say what it is, which is stupid, but that seemed to be the thinnest that I had. And so I didn't even fill these things up. I just put a little dab in there to help lubricate things. And already, I mean, it feels better than stock. And I mean, I don't love the double barrel shocks. I've ran them before. I don't have any now. But my problem with those is then when you're on a steep incline, the top kind of wants to drop back and make you fall off and flip over. And so that's been my main problem with those. I like these. I am running the Mofo RC aluminum flex blade XRs in the back. Those have been freaking awesome. So the whole point behind that is that it screws into the shock mount, and it lets your shock sit at regular ride height. But then when you want to flex a little bit, it lets it lift up so you get just a little bit more travel, which has been perfect, because just having that in the back, no, I don't have any in the front, for that same reason as the double barrel shocks, that I don't want the front to fall back, has been great. It's been able to get me a little bit more flex, and it hasn't affected my incline abilities. And then the other things that we have on this build is obviously the Furatech Komodo. with, I believe it might be the Stellar transmission, but I'm not entirely sure. I do have that FearTech part, but then I also have that stock part. Not 100% sure what that would be called. It does have a really cool, if I can get it to focus here, a really cool carbon fiber bit in there. Might be able to show you by flipping it over. Yeah, a little bit. Let's grab my light in here. Yeah, you can kind of see it glistening right there ever so slightly, which I think is really cool. I'm a fan of carbon fiber on these rigs, mostly just because I'm a carbon snob. I mean, there's not a whole ton of advantage. There's a little bit. I mean, rigidity, obviously, and the lightweightness. But, I mean, like I said, I am kind of a carbon fiber snob. I mean, I guess that's forged carbon, but same old. I also am running the FearTech high clearance carbon fiber links on here. Those have been freaking awesome. I have really liked those. The other things that I have on here is an aluminum steering links. I also have an Emax servo and some Mofo RC brass differential covers. Along with that, I have the Hot Racing skid plate cover, and beneath that I have an aluminum Hot Racing skid plate that you can kind of see from the top. Get it repositioned there. You can kind of see it right there, barely, but you get the point. So, I mean, this has been pretty awesome. I just wanted to give you guys an update for those of you who have been following. If you're interested in seeing how this goes, the obvious YouTube crap, I mean, like, subscribe, all that, share it with your friends, you know the drill. Oh, one last thing. So, I did switch out the transmitter because I didn't like having the stock ESC in there. It took up a ton of space. And so I picked up this Spectrum SLT3, and that receiver has been pretty nice. It's super tiny. But the interesting thing with that is, based on the FearTech manual that I got with this ESC, you're supposed to plug that lead that goes from the ESC to the receiver into the channel 3. And that, as you can see, is plugged into the throttle, which is a little weird. I mean, I guess it works. And then I have the steering going to the servo. But I don't know. It's a little weird. It works. So, I mean, not really any complaints. I am thinking about getting the FearTech, I believe it's the Avatar receiver and remote combo. That is a lot smaller, and I think the remote's just going to be a lot better. I mean, it's got the little screen on there. It'll be better for when I decide to four-wheel steer this, because it's Gravedigger. We have to. So, yeah, just a quick breakdown on this build for you guys. I hope you liked it. Yeah, thanks for watching.